Hello my Polish friends, welcome to English with Nick. Dzisiaj porozmawiamy o kawiarniach i o tym, jak dawno temu potrzebowałem aż 15 minut, by zamówić kawę po polsku. I've only been to Białystok twice, but I loved it both times. The first time was in 2001. The second time was in 2018. Białystok is a modern city now. 20 years ago, it was great fun with great nightlife, good restaurants and wonderful people. But it wasn't very Western. I was alone for a few hours one day. After sightseeing, I decided to find a cafe to relax for a while. I saw a chain that I knew from Warsaw and walked in. It looked the same as in Warsaw. I knew this chain very well because I went there every week to meet my Polish teacher. This was nice because I was in a strange city, in a strange country, and my Polish was really terrible in those days. Now I could order the same drink as always. It was going to be easy. Hello, I'd like a hot chocolate, please, I said. But the lady said, we don't have hot chocolate. This is a cafe. We only have coffee. I was surprised. In Warsaw, they had hot chocolate, and I decided to tell her that I had ordered that drink in this cafe very many times. But I couldn't say that in Polish. No problem. I could drink something else. Can I have a tea, please? She answered, I've already told you. This is a cafe. We only have coffee. No tea. I was shocked, scandalized. I told her, what kind of cafe doesn't serve tea? Okay, I didn't say that because my Polish was so bad. Instead, I thought, okay, I can have a coffee. So I said, can I have a cafe latte, please? And she said, what's that? This time I was very confused. Everybody in the world knows what a cafe latte is, right? And in a coffee chain? So in very, very bad Polish, I started to explain what a latte is. After a minute, she asked, is it like a cappuccino? I said, yes, but... And then I realized that I don't actually know what the difference between a latte and a cappuccino is. What's more, I don't care about the difference. I asked her, you don't have cafe lattes, do you? And she said, no. Okay, but now I knew that they had a drink that I like. So I accepted the compromise and said, please give me a cappuccino then. And what did she say? She said, we don't have cappuccino. We only have normal, standard coffee. By now, I was jaded. Nothing could surprise me anymore. So I gave up. I didn't want to drink a black coffee, but I had invested too much energy in the discussion to just walk away. So I surrendered. I said, okay, Can I have a normal, standard coffee, please? Finally, I would end this horrible conversation and I could sit down in peace, right? No, we don't have normal, standard coffee, she said. At this point, I remembered the Monty Python cheese shop sketch where John Cleese asks for about 100 different kinds of cheese and the shop, finally, doesn't have any cheese at all. But I could smell the coffee. So I asked, "What do you have?" She told me that they had small, flavoured black coffees. I ordered one, and after about 15 minutes, I sat down, exhausted. I already told you that I went to Białystok again. Nearly 20 years later, I had told my wife this story, and she took me to the same cafe. This story has a happy ending. They had lots of frothy coffees, so many different teas, and they had hot chocolate too. Modern, nightlife, Western, sightseeing, cafe, chain, strange, order, drink, hot chocolate, coffee, tea, scandalized, instead, confused, realized, actually, jaded, gave up, surrendered, flavored, exhausted, happy ending, frothy.
Subskrybuj mój kanał i bądź na bieżąco ze wszystkimi nowymi treściami. Zapraszam Was na mojego Instagrama, Facebooka i Twittera English with Nick. Do zobaczenia w kolejnych odcinkach. Thanks for watching.